Everybody, Keith Jones behind the binoculars here at Parks for Monday, March 9th. The beautiful Monday afternoon sunshine. Temperatures could hit 70 degrees today. The track will be fast. Let's take a look at races 7 and 9. Seventh race is an optional claimer for 3-year-old fillies going 6 furlongs. Big morning line favorite number 6, Sunflower Rose, who opens up at 7-5 for trainer Joe Taylor with jockey Kendrick Carmouche. Now, she was a $30,000 claim by Joe from a start at Churchill Downs late in her 2-year-old season. Her first couple of starts off that claim were subpar efforts, and then she ran the best race of her life last time out here in the middle portion of February. Now, that race came on a sloppy racetrack. She was also 6-1 that day, so I don't think you're going to get anything approaching 6-1 today, and you have to wonder whether the jump in her performance came as a result of that sloppy track or not. So I'm going to take a pass on Sunflower Rose and instead settle on number 3, Second Bite, who comes out of the high percentage John Service Barn. Kyle Frey, who's been aboard for both of her starts here in her 3-year-old season, will be back aboard here this afternoon. Both of her lines in her two-year-old races were troubled lines. She didn't get a first chance to really show her stuff until she came out as a 3-year-old, and that was when she was entered for $40,000. She held the lead late at 6.5 furlongs before being caught right at the finish, and a much improved effort when she did have a chance to get a clean trip, and off of that effort came back with her best race, and that was her maiden breaker last time out, where she settled in just off the pace and then ran by to win by daylight at the end. Now, I like the progression here with Second Bite. Again, the 2 trouble trips, I think, as a 2-year-old you can throw out. She's improved her numbers in both of the starts here during her 3-year-old season, and I don't think there's any reason why she can't take another step forward here today. She should lay close to the pace, and race number 7, I'm going to give the call to number 3, Second Bite. Very interesting 9th race today. It's an optional claimer at 6 furlongs, a second level allowance condition, or they can be entered for a claiming price of $30,000. And you really have to search for a horse here that has some kind of consistency. There's a number of horses in here that have run big races in the past, but have not really been able to duplicate those kind of efforts. When you look at number 2, Barley Jack, the 7-5 morning line favorite, back in the fall, ran at 81 and came back with a 91 after that, but hasn't been able to duplicate anything like that since then. A horse named number 4, The Circle Game, had victories back in April and back in October, where she put up an 80 and an 84 in the Beyer scale, but hasn't been able to duplicate those kind of efforts. So again, certainly have the ability to run big, but again, where's that consistency? And with that being said, I'm going to try the outside horse here, number 9, Get Out of My Way, who opens up at 3-1 for trainer Danny Velasquez. John Bassano will be up. Now, she has a number of good races during the end of her 3-year-old season, and she's had a couple of months off to mature into her 4-year-old season. The numbers that she put up late in her 3-year-old season make her competitive with the other contenders in here, and there's no reason to think that as she begins to make her way into her 4-year-old season, she can't take that kind of jump in her numbers to get herself up where she could find the winner's circle here this afternoon. She has been very consistent, again, at the end of her 3-year-old season, and I think she, with a little bit of freshening, she has an opportunity to sit a good trip for that outside post today. 3-1 is the morning line. Race number 9, I'm going to give the call to number 9, Get Out of My Way. Good luck.